All right, cyber traders, welcome on back here this Monday afternoon, September 11th. Of course, we honor all of those, unfortunately, that were in that situation just back a number of years ago, 2001. So great to have all of us here, and of course, just to kind of think a little bit back on that day and all of those there. So Leda, Michael, Brian, and all of our members alike inside our live trading room, Kathleen as well, Chuck from before on top, Mike C as well. Great to have all of our students and members there, all of our members alike on social media, Facebook Live, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, the works, etc. Great to have all of our members that like joining us here. So, I'll tell you what, hey, on a day perhaps where we more so than anything want to reflect than anything, right? Well, hey, we do want to kind of have the chance to kind of not move on, but have the chance to take our mind off it a bit and kind of have a bit of fun here or there, or at least kind of do some activities that you like. And here, a lot of us inside our live trading room, well, we enjoy trading. And with that, it has been a great trading day, a very fun day, might I say, inside our live trading room. Otherwise, Tesla has been such a beast today. We're going to have the fortunate chance to cover this from head to toe inside our live workshop tomorrow, Traders Talk. So join me inside our live trading room. We'll cover this trade from head to toe, basically. Go over really what we were focused on for this move, why we were focused on the price, 264.25. You heard me say that actually not just inside our live trading room, but on X, on Twitter, on our social media platforms there. So I'll cover that more so in our Traders Talk workshop for tomorrow morning. With the way it looks right now, how can we not start by putting this on our watch list for the afternoon, right? So Tesla and then TSLL, the ETF that goes with it. We're going to follow both of them, right? Here's Tesla. So this ended up making a nice pop from the morning. I'm going to go over really from everything from head to toe in Traders Talk again tomorrow. But with that, though, next major resistance seems to be up top here at 275, over 200,000 share sell order out there currently. So, I would definitely be mindful of that as your next resistance. On the TSLL, this is the ETF that tracks Tesla. I think it's 1.5x leveraged or 2x leveraged, one of the two. Ended up making a pretty strong pop as well. Obviously moved very similar, if not exact. And we're going to put both of them on our main list either way. So Tesla and then TSLL. All right, so I'll tell you what, on top of the Tesla trade, we've done pretty well on CGC, pot stock, and it is still ripping. This is everything that I wanted Tilray to be about a week ago, and I still am very hopeful for that trade on top of the other pot stocks. This stock has been a great trade from the morning. Just a moment ago, we had called out the breakout off the highs. If we can get a clean break off the highs, I wrote this in the chat board, just scroll up. I'd said that our next target is at 180. So, nice to say that it had a great reaction to begin. It's still showing a higher low and made a new, high right now. The stock we were calling out back when it was 45, 50 cents. And I was saying back then, if we're right in the sense of the pot stocks being a massive short squeeze over this month, then of course CGC is going to go with it. But we normally don't trade these stocks priced below $1. We really don't. And I like to say that because we have new members joining us each and every day, whether it be inside our trading room or on social. ACB is another one that's been making a strong move, actually as good of a move today as CGC. Here's my Tilray trade, like a slug. It's up 8%, but it is slow. In fact, for any of my students inside the trading room, break open Bookmap one more time here. We had probably some of the biggest transactions, prints on the tape for Tilray that I've seen since this whole run started in the beginning of August last month. But about a 2.8 million share print getting filled at 328, and then a couple others here on top. I mean, this could have just been one trade in and out, realizing, hey, it's not going the way I want. Let's just get out. Whatever it may be, I want to make sure Tilray can make a clean break over this, clean break over 328. Just get away from this big volume, because all of our students like Barbara and Phil, Mike, Michael, Leda, all of our students and members there know when a stock breaks through a big level, what are we expecting shortly after, folks? For all of us inside Cyber Group, when a stock breaks through a big level, generally speaking, what are we getting shortly after? A big move. So I would imagine that if this can make a clean break over this 328, which it's doing it right now as I'm talking. So maybe I'll keep singing to it here for it to go higher. But yeah, definitely going to put CGC, definitely going to put Tilray back on our main list. They've been great trades for us over the last few weeks, and how can we not follow them once more right now, especially the way that, this is starting to bounce again. A couple other pot stocks, we don't need to follow every single one, just the ones that look the best, the most volatile in a good way. For example, GRWG didn't really make as great of a move. I'd called it out before, but very lackluster. So I'm not as keen to follow that. Kron or Kronos, this stock is actually at the high of the day right now, but rather slow moving trade. It's going to move with CGC. It's going to move with Tilray. So you want to focus not just on every one of them, but the best, the ones that you see the most opportunity in. So for right now, CGC and Tilray, I like. Maybe that ACB at the end if it shows more life here. That's all. All right, so we kind of started off at number 2 on the gainers list here, right? Let's start with number 1 now. Actually, SLE Super League. I guess now I have the long-term data here. I didn't have that earlier, so it looks like a big pop, and then even more than a gap fill, broke higher, then came back down. So, yeah, obviously in a pretty ugly-looking chart right now. CRNX. I'd like to say the same deal there. Hey, for a Monday, right? We're still kind of in the dog days of summer, even though we're post Labor Day. You still should expect a little time before everyone's fully back and coming off summer vacation here. NCNC was a nice pop earlier today. Fausto was head on with that, called it out right away. It was a strong move. But right now, again, looking pretty flat though here. If it pops during this meeting, shout it out to me. Let me know. I'll come back to it if I need to. Also, I got to make sure I go through this meeting rather fast. I ended up making a grave mistake. I ended up miscalculating my water delivery. So right now I've been running on no water. I have a big old water jug here, and I ran out just about an hour ago. I normally get these water deliveries every month. Comes tomorrow, not today. That is a grave mistake on my end. All right, well, let's keep it going here for Cal, Barbara, Sam, and Don, and all of us here right now. What do you think the news is out on this AVTA trade? It's up 28%, but flat. What do you think the news out is on this stock? Sam says buyout. Don says buyout. All of us, Wendy, Leda, Barbara, there we go. All of us saying buyout. Yeah. Not even going to check. That's going to be my strong assumption. I'd bet a lot of money on that being a buyout. Oh, OGI is another pot stock. I reckon this is actually up a lot percentage-wise, but it's not trading like good volume per minute right now. So maybe one to write down for tomorrow. I'm not really fully interested in it just yet. VFF is another pot stock, actually, now that I'm thinking of it here off the top of my head. So Village Farms, nice little high of the day, trading more volume. I like this one, actually. So I'll slip this one on VFF. Yeah, WeWorks here popped up pretty nicely earlier today, but pass on it now. MJ is the pot ETF. This is the one that we've been mainly following for really a long time now, a number of years. I say that because MSOS has been like the hotter hand lately. So, the ETFs, we have no real desire to actually trade. We got all the good ones right now on our main list. I just, oh man, I just tripped myself up right away. I caught myself instantly though. Not Bed Bath Beyond, BlackBerry. I keep tripping myself every time over on this. BB, BlackBerry, not Bed Bath Beyond. All right, so BlackBerry. Nice pop from earlier today. Right now it's like rounding off around the high here, 530-ish and change. So a little slow moving of a stock normally. Made a great job filling the gap. For right now, I'll pass on it though. The BlackBerry trade. All right, what else we got here? I saw a save, Spirit Airlines. Is that a good trade right now? It actually looks like a great trade right now. Wow, what the hell happens here? What's going on? Is oil prices dropping? Again, a push on all the airlines maybe? That's just very from the hip. I have no idea. All right, so news came out actually on Spirit. How about this? A little breaking news headline here from 2:12 Eastern. Spirit Airlines trading higher after JetBlue and Allegiant announced divestiture agreement in connection with the JetBlue Spirit combination. So don't ask me what that means. Don't ask me to go into that further. All I know is that we're getting a great reaction on the way up for Save right now. Yeah, definitely. I mean, the other ticker is ALGT, but I think that's a lot more expensive. Yeah. So for right now, save. I'm going to slip on our main list here. Not bad. Interesting news. All right. So let me know if there's anything else looking good, folks. LAC, lithium stock, nice little pop actually here, up over like 9%. Mike shouted out a firm earlier. I just saw that before. AFRM. Yeah, man, this has been on a huge tear off their earnings, right? So definitely a great shout on a firm. I'm going to, at least for right now, put this on our side list. 100% tradable. If you're already in it, I'm rooting you on. If you're not in it and have done well on it in the past, I suggest for you to follow this stock then. It looks great. I might even slip this on the main list at the end of it all, but we're getting to a point where like even LAC looks pretty good. I'll slip that on the side list as well. Come back to it if I need to. I don't want to build up too big of a main list here right now. All right, so there could be more that's up percentage-wise, folks. Again, I'm running on no water, so let me know if there's anything else looking good. Hop over to the loser side right now. SGMA, hard to borrow, honestly, and just down 50% plus, but bunch of stuff here hard to borrow. Not Fubo. Fubo easy to borrow, dropping off quite a bit from this morning from, really last week's run up. It is easy to borrow and at the lows. So that technically does make it a pretty good shortable opportunity. I just feel like it might have so much volume on the order book for it to cut through. How much more could it drop? You know what I mean? If it was a more expensive trade, I'd probably slip it on there. If it was like $5, $7, getting a little bit closer to the ground floor. So it would be extremely surprising if this made some crazy 50-cent drop without us. If this went from 250 down to 2 clean, oh my God, I'd be extremely upset about if I had missed. But yeah, I wouldn't be expecting that really today. All right, so let me know if there's anything else, folks, looking good on the way up, on the way down, up, down, left, right, more than 5%. Just type it in the chat board right now. Let me know. Oh, you know what? That's right. Good call from Michael as well, and Leda perhaps there on top. NVAX, yeah. And so I saw this. I saw news come out like just spur of the moment. I don't know. I was just going through my stuff here on Benzinga, and on the news feed popped up like out of nowhere. So, what's the news that came out with Pfizer and Moderna? Their vaccines got, I think, approved for the fall season, not NVAX. So it's interesting. I don't even think there was as great of a pop with Moderna. A little move, not a whole lot though. And then the Pfizer trade, not even. Dropped off in the morning. So the news came out midday, early afternoon. So when I looked at NVAX, when I saw the news, it was at the lows. I regret not calling it out. I'll tell you, I didn't think it was going to really continue to drop off as well. And I regret that because our students didn't get in on it. I didn't get in on it myself, of course, but outside of speaking selfishly, this was a really great trade that could have been called out. And, hey, there could still be some more meat left on the bone to take on the stock. So, yeah, NVAX I'll put back on our main list here again today. Unfortunately, I missed out on this run here across the early afternoon, but maybe more to go. All right, what else we got here? I think that's pretty much it. We'll jump back to the side list stocks here in just a moment. MKTW. Try saying that 3 times fast. Stock ended up popping up just a moment ago. It's got a big spread for the price. No real need to follow that trade. If you're trying to really do damage to yourself, you could try and roll the dice, but there's a lot better trades, folks. All right, so I like what we got right now. We have a really strong list, not just the pot stocks and not just Tesla. Really, we got Spirit Airlines, we got the NVAX short, and then on top of that, all those that we'd referenced, all the pot stocks, Tesla, TSLL, that ETF. So there's some really good trades to work with here heading into the final 75 minutes here, folks. All right. All right. So, hey, let me know if there's anything left, but we're going to call it here for the meantime. I'm going to type my email address here in the chat board for all of us on social, Twitter, Facebook Live, X, I guess they call it nowadays, right? So Facebook Live, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, etc. Let me know if you have any questions. We have our live workshop tomorrow, Traders Talk. So we suggest for you to scan that QR code on the top left of the stream, get you access to the full rendition of it inside our live trading room, and then ask us any questions, myself included, Josh at c2trading.com, and we'll look to cover it all at the top of the hour tomorrow morning, at least for our workshop. All right, so let me get some water. Rich will be on the mic at 3 o'clock, taking you folks going into the market close. I'll be in the chat up until 3:30. Let's see what we can get here. All right, take care.